Since we are done in multiplication of rational numbers, it is easy for us to know how to divide rational numbers. By definition, if a over b and c over d are rational numbers, then a over b divided by c over d equals a over b times d over c, where no denominator is 0. So my question is, why is it not possible to have a denominator of 0? Okay, so as you remember, rational number is a real number that can be expressed in the form m over n, where m and n are integers and n should not be equal to 0. So if we have AD as the numerator m and BC as our numerator n, therefore BC should not be equal to 0. So now we will tackle about on how we will tackle about the steps in dividing rational numbers. So first, get the reciprocal of the divisor. For example, we have 3 over 8 divided by 2 over 5. In this case, may I ask what is the divisor? That's right. 2 over 5 is the divisor because 3 over 8 is the dividend among the two. So now that we know the divisor in this equation, we will have the reciprocal of 2 over 5, in which reciprocal is the flipping of numerator and the denominator. So in this case, 2 over 5 would be 5 over 2. Next step is to multiply the first fraction or dividend by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So getting the dividend 3 over 8, we will multiply it to the reciprocal of the divisor 2 over 5, which is 5 over 2. And the last step is to multiplying of rational numbers. So 3 over 8 times 5 over 2 equals 3 times 5, 15, and 8 times 2 equals 16. So in this case, 15 over 16 is already the lowest in its lowest term. So I have here another example. So what if we have 4 over 5 divided by negative 7 over 10? Negative 7 over 10 is the divisor. So we are just going to get the reciprocal of it, which is negative 10 over 7. Next step is to multiply the dividend 4 over 5 to the reciprocal of the divisor. And lastly, we proceed to multiplication of rational numbers. In this case, I have used the technique of cancellation to reduce the terms before multiplying the numerators and the denominators. So 5 and 10 have a common factor of 5. Therefore, 5 divided by 5 would be 1 and 10 divided by 5 would be 2. So now we will proceed in multiplying numerators and the denominators. So 4 times negative 2 equals negative 8. 1 times 7 equals 7. Therefore, negative 8 over 7 is the final answer. So how about if we have the example negative 4 over 15 divided by 8 over 12? So first, get the reciprocal of the divisor, which is 8 over 12, to become 12 over 8. Next, we multiply the dividend negative 4 over 15 times 12 over 8. Now we will proceed in multiplying the numerators and the denominators. So in this case, we have 12 and 15 has the common factor of 3. Same goes with negative 4 and 8 have a common factor of 4. So first, let's have 15 divided by 3, which is 5. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Negative 4 divided by 4, negative 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So now we will proceed in multiplying numerators and the denominators. So negative 1 times 4 equals negative 4. 5 times 2 equals 10. And since negative 4 over 10 is not yet in its lowest term, so we will reduce it by dividing both numerator and denominator by 2, which is leads to the answer negative 2 over 5. So what if we have this kind of rational numbers? Is it too overwhelming? But we know that the bar line that separates the numerator and the denominator represents the operation division. In this case, we can rewrite this rational number into negative 99 over 25 divided by negative 3 over 5. So now we will proceed in steps in dividing the rational numbers. So first we get the reciprocal of the divisor, in which negative 3 over 5 becomes negative 5 over 3. Next step, multiply negative 99 over 25 times negative 5 over 3. And now, before we proceed in multiplying the numerators and the denominators, let's take a look on the common factors of one denominator or one numerator of the fractions that we have. So in this case, I have observed that 25 and 5 have a common factor of 5. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Another thing is 99 and 3. And both have the common factor of 3. So 99 divided by 3 equals 3. And 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So now we will proceed in multiplying numerators and the denominators. 33 times 1 equals 33. 5 times 1 equals 5. The answer is already in the lowest term. So the answer for this dividing of rational number is 33 over 5. So teacher, I am confused as to why the answer in this problem becomes positive though the given are both negative. In this case, applying your knowledge on the rules in dividing or multiplying integers will also apply here in our topic. So for instance, negative times negative, both are like sign. So therefore, the answer becomes positive. So just to clarify your misconception with that. Also, don't be confused on the uses of the signs as long as you know the rules for it. But if there's an instance that you forgot the steps that I discussed with you, I would like you to at least remember these three important words in dividing rational numbers. These are the keep, change, and flip. So keep the dividend. Change the sign into multiplication. And flip the divisor. And it is the easy way to remember the division of rational numbers. I hope that you learned something from us. Thank you, grade 7, and have a good day ahead.